Dr. Sebi, one of the things that people have asked as you respond to Maxine's salam, whom I've known for many, many years, are the folks who want to also talk about how they can become distributors, work on behalf of the Institute. And there is something that we did have on the response form that all of you have about the trip to Honduras. So if there are those who are here, and I know at least 2 people with whom I have spoken who had indicated that they would like to become distributors and work on behalf of the Institute, you can put that on this form when you do turn it back in to the back of the room. For all of those who are interested in becoming distributors and also working full-time for the Institute. And Dr. Sebi can explain it better than I can. He really wants sisters because he don't believe that the brothers are really that committed. So I just let him talk more about that. Dr. Sebi, if you can address that issue.
Well,
and even respond to Maxine.
About the brothers not being as committed, there are certain areas of this healing that, yes, my wife said that she would prefer the sisters, but as far as distributing the product, that's different. That's different. You know, but during that consultation, she said that women are more sensitive because life came out of her. She'd be able to nurture life back easier. That's why that was done. But about the distributors, of course, you could fill out the application. Right now, we have formed an organization that is dedicated to disseminate those products. The Dembele Group. The Dembele Group has a $200 million project. The $200 million also includes the healing center in Honduras. The $200 million includes the compounds, formulas. It would include 2 ships, 2 boats, refrigerated to bring herbs and different things from the tropics to the United States. 10 healing centers in 10 major cities, each one costing $2 million apiece. We'll have 10 farmers producing the foods that would supply those 10 healing centers. That would ensure that our food would be organically grown. We would also have the shoe factory and the clothing factory. All that comes up to a grand total of $40 million. We still have $160 million left that we could do a whole lot with. But you see, the question would be asked, how are we going to get these $200 million? Oh, we could do it very easy. We have done it twice already. But we acquired the $200 million, we gave it away. Show you how. About 5 or 6 years ago, there was a Million Man March in Washington, D.C. Each brother spent on the average of $200 to get to D.C., hotel, bus, or whatever. 1 million brothers went there and spent $200 on the average. That's $200 million. So we went to D.C. and we tell each other, we love you. We went back home. We spent $200. In that one day, we gave away $200 million. You see how we always elect to do something against ourselves? Now, the Dembele Group is saying, if we could throw away $200 to go one day, would you invest $200 in a project of the magnitude of what I just presented? After we own all these centers and all the farmers have received $1 million apiece, now we have a clothing factory and a shoe factory, we have the healing village, we have the formulas, we have an industry that the world needs. Not only you, not only us, but the world itself. $200. That's all. So those of you who want to sign up to the Dembele Group, please do so, because it's a matter of urgency. This $160 million that was identified as that was over that which we're going to do initially. Do you know how many of you sisters and brothers in the neighborhood above 80 on a fixed income and have no one to care for you? Look what we have just done. We have $160 million left over. If we put $100 million in CD, we have $30 million interest. We could take $30 million every year and help those of us who cannot help themselves. Look what we'll be doing with only $200. But since I'm a brother, I could become like someone that would like to pocket the money and go south or west. The sister that designed this told me to give this information to you, and that in this city there would be, like Mr. Charles Gray, he would be in charge where you could write to, but there would be one bank in which you would send that money to, and your name. Because there's something about monies. You know, in the disease state, when we see a lot of it, we go crazy. But we want to make sure that this project is being constructed and it will be done. Because we don't have anything that we have done collectively. But here we have the opportunity. We have the Japanese make the best cars. That's fine. We got the best medicine. We start off with an industry with the investment of how much? $200. Thank you.